Zorns is obviously the key focus for Pikeville tonight against Boyd County. And the Lions riding that three-pointer by Zorns to get here. Let's see if they still have some of that momentum. Here is the toss and the tap, and it's controlled by Boyd County. And the Lions, wearing the red uniforms, move from left to right. Zorns handles the ball a lot, and he's out front with it. Now bounce on the right side to 9. 9 gets it to the right of the lane to Brian Hall. He missed the shot and pulled off of there Chad Anderson for Pikeville. The Panthers, dressed in white, trimmed with maroon, worked from right to left. Anderson between the circles on the dribble. Just underway here at Rupp Arena. Boyd County is man-to-man. Left side of the circle, they go now to Mims. Back to Anderson. Gets it down low, turning right to the baseline. Missing the short shot is Gibson. And coming out of there with it is Zorns of Boyd County. Tyler across the time stripe. 7:20 to play. We're scoreless here in the first quarter.
And Pikeville opens in a 1-2-2 zone.
There's a shot missed by Boyd County, and the rebound pulled off by Akers of Pikeville. Quickly ahead, gets it now to Mims. Mims on the left side. Fakes, gets it back to Akers, drives down the left of the lane, had his shot partially blocked by 9, and coming up with it is Boyd County. 6:55 to play, still scoreless. Zorns, front court on the left side. Needs some help, bounces back out front. That is Hall. Hall back to Zorns for a long three. Missed it off to the right side. And Pikeville with an uncontested rebound there with Mims coming down with it. Gives now to Chad Anderson across the time stripe. Boyd County still man-to-man. Still no score in the game. Anderson kicks it out front now to Akers. Akers feed it off on the left side to Branham. Back out front now, that's Akers with it. They work it right side of the circle to Mims at long range. Back to Akers. His long shot is no good, a 3. And an easy rebound to Adam Young. Both teams cold here to start the game. Zorns working into the right corner with it to 9. Back out to Zorns to 9. Gets it down on the baseline to Biggs. To 9 on the right wing and out front to Zorns. 6:05 left, scoreless. Pass off on the left side to Young. Young in the left corner. Kicks it down at the foul line to Hall. Hall right side to Biggs. He drives baseline, drives and missed the layup. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pikeville's Chase Gibson. And it'll come back to Boyd County.
That was a real nice move by Biggs to the basket, even though he wasn't able to finish the play.
Had a quick first step, didn't he?
Sure did. I tell you what, Doug, I had the opportunity to see both these teams play during the season. In Pikeville, I saw them play early in Tate's Creek's tournament, and then I was able to see Boyd County in mid-February.
It's a shot from the right of the lane, and it is missed by Hall of Boyd County. The ball knocked out of bounds, and back it'll come into Pikeville. Matt Branham to inbound. No score, 5:38 left, first quarter. And Akers now will leave it for Mims to bring it up. 6-foot senior, shoots 66% from the field. Mims behind the back, down the right of the lane, had it stripped by Zorns, and Tyler up with a loose ball. We run the other way. Zorns through the center circle, behind the back dribble to get away from Mims. Kicks it off on the left side to 9, down in the corner to Biggs. Right side it goes, now they work it to Young. Out to Zorns, left side to 9, now to Biggs in the corner for the baseline jumper, way short. Mims with a rebound. We've played nearly 3 minutes and no score. Boyd County 0 for 6, Pikeville 0 for 3. And here's a jumper on the rim, no good. Rebound Mims inside, throws it back up over his head, no good. Gets his own, goes back up, and they say jump it up. Alternate possession, though, will keep it in Pikeville's favor.
Both these teams are going to be very physical teams on defense. As you would expect, any team that gets to the state tournament is obviously going to have a team that's going to work hard and hustle, but both these teams are very physical on the inside.
Chase Gibson will inbound for Pikeville. He gets it into Mims, back to Gibson, turns on the block, fade away right baseline, way short. Zorns with a rebound. Zorns across the time stripe, on the move. 4:45 left in the first quarter. Tyler's 17-footer straight out, back of the rim, no good. War for the rebound is won by Akers, but he collided there with Anderson, and travel is the call.
This appears to be one of those games, Doug, that we're just waiting for the first basket, and once it happens, we're liable to see 6-7 shots in a row. It seems like that happens a lot of times when you get off these type starts.
Jake 9 will inbound for Boyd County. 4:40 to play, still scoreless first quarter. Into Biggs, right side to Young. Young between the circles, into the corner to Zorns, back out right of the circle to Young, and now Zorns on the near side. Tyler now will back it out of there. 4.5 to play, first quarter. Cross-court pass to Young, deep on the left side. Back out front to Zorns. Zorns working at long range, now drives the lane and puts it up no good, but fouled on his way to the basket. Charlie Chappie and Rick Chasteen, the officials. Chappie is from Covington, Chasteen from Cynthiana. Akers picks up the foul for Pikeville. And Zorns will go to the line. He's a 72% foul shooter, and he'll have 2 shots here. 4:22 left. We are looking for our first points of the game.
And Tyler's a player that's capable of putting up big numbers in any game. He's a great offensive player. He can shoot the three. He can take it to the hole. And, you know, he was probably had more votes by the coaches preseason of any junior probably in the state this year as far as all preseason all-state teams, Doug.
Zorns ready for his second shot, and he hits. So there's our first 2 points of the game. Still no field goals, however. Boyd County 0 for 7, Pikeville 0 for 6. Here comes Chad Anderson down the right side. He gets it there to Jeremiah Akers. Back out front, driving into the paint is Branham. Kicks it out down to Anderson, right of the lane. Pulls up from 10 feet, banks it in off the glass. First 2 for Pikeville. Comes with about 4:02 left in the first quarter. We're tied at 2. Zorns in backcourt. Cross-court pass, intercepted. Nice anticipation by Chase Gibson. Now to Akers, front court right side. Back to Gibson, right of the circle. Cleared out to Mims for the long 3. Bullseye! Mims was way downtown. 5-2. Pikeville by 3. 3:35 left first quarter. Zorns attacking. His pass deflected and retrieved by Biggs. Down in the right corner to 9. 9 out to Adam Young. He's open for a 3-pointer. Swish.
Here we go. That's 3 in a row now.
Good call. So we are tied at 5 with 3:20 left. And here's Biggs knocking a ball out of bounds. It'll belong to Pikeville. Whoever wins this game is going to look awfully small when they play Ballard here tomorrow night.
Oh, you're exactly right, Doug. Ballard, of course, is bigger than most teams that you'd find in the OVC.
Here's a drive down the left of the lane. Shot put up and in by Chase Gibson. 6'4" sophomore took it strong, and Pikeville with a 2-point lead. Zorns in backcourt to Adam Young. Back to Zorns, comes over the line to the left, being watched closely there by Anderson. They try to match up a little bit out of that zone, aren't they, Curtis?
That's exactly what it looks like to me. That's what they're trying to do.
Young misfires on a 3. 9 with a rebound left baseline. Clears it out for the foul line jumper by Hall. It's no good. The ball batted out of bounds, and it'll come back in.
And we know one guy they're going to match up with, regardless if it's a true matchup, and that's Tyler Owens.
All right, 2:45 left. We'll be back after these messages from the Lexington Herald-Leader and the Lexington Convention and Visitors Bureau. This is the Kentucky Utilities Sweet 16 Radio Network. Seconds left first quarter, 7-5. Pikeville leads it. It'll be Boyd County's ball in the offensive end, and they inbound quickly to Tyler Zorns. Zorns working at long range. Off on the left side, that's Hall. Hall open for a 3 on the wing. Count it. Brian Hall with his first 3. And it's 8-7 Boyd County. We've had 2 ties, 2 lead changes so far. Mims starts up for Pikeville quickly to the offensive end. Pivots around, bounce pass right side to Anderson. Nice feed, drive, and a layup missed by Anderson. He fires it up again. It won't fall. Gibson had an opportunity there too. He couldn't get it to go, and now Boyd County the other way. Big baseline jumper right side. Good, it's a 3.
And Boyd County's coming with their full court pressure after these last 2 made baskets.
11-7, Boyd County by 4, 2 minutes left. Mims, front court on the left side to Anderson. He stops and fires a 3 from the left wing, and he knocks it in. Both teams warming up a little bit, as Curtis said, 11-10. Boyd County by 1. Biggs on the right side, now to Young, right of the circle, and out front to Zorns. Being watched closely there by Akers. Down on the right baseline, it goes to Biggs. Muscle it up, no good, but a foul on Gibson of Pikeville. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2.
Doug, I don't remember for sure reading in the paper, but how many years had it been since Pikeville had been in the Sweet 16?
25.
25. And, of course, they have a storied tradition there that goes back with John Bill Trivett years ago and the great teams he had. And his son, Ken Trivett, is the athletic director at Pikeville.
He sure is. Saw him here earlier today. Free throw good by Biggs. He now has 4 points. They finished third in the 1957 tournament. That 1974 team had to play Mayle and Darrell Griffith at the time.
Right, right.
We know how that one turned out.
Well, that male team was one of the great teams of all time in the state, I think.
Matt Walls coming in, 6'2 junior, replacing Chase Gibson for Pikeville. Free throw is good by Biggs. And it's 13-10, Boyd County by 3. Branham inbounds to Chad Anderson in backcourt. Throws back to Akers, now to Branham. Up ahead. They get it to Walls. He comes across the time stripe, picks up the dribble, needs some help. The count is on. He finds Branham. Boyd County more aggressive defensively. Akers now beats his man, drives inside, shovels it off. He lost control. There's a scrum, and the ball is going to be in Pikeville's possession on the change of possession arrow. 1:18 left in the first quarter, 13-10, Boyd County by 3. Zorns will come ahead for Boyd County across the time stripe. Tyler Borders is in as well for Boyd County. Zorns missing a long three, retrieved by Hall. Back to Zorns to 9 in the left corner. His three is no good, and Mims, high in the air, grabs a Panther rebound.
And Pikeville did a great job of checking off on the boards that trip.
Mims to Anderson. Mims up top, left side they swing it. Akers drives baseline left side, nice feed in there, and a shot good by Walls, and he draws the personal foul. Walls averaging only 2.6 per game, gets 2 points here in the first quarter. And he can tie the game if he can hit the old-fashioned three-point play. A foul against Brian Hall of Boyd County. And we'll have another substitution. Nick Lynch coming in. Nick Lynch has some relatives who played on some of the great Ashland teams back in the 60s.
What about the guy that played there when they were runner-up just 2 or 3 years ago? Was he any relation? The big 6'7" kid by the name of Lynch for Ashland?
I'm not sure about that. I don't think so. 13-12, Boyd County by 1. As the free throw was missed, as Zorns bounces it off here on the near side to Borders. Borders out front now, that's Hall with it. Back to Borders near wing. They're looking at 9, can't find him. Out front they go with it to Hall. Boyd County looks like they're going to go one shot here. 23 seconds left in the quarter. Hall leaves it for Zorns with 18 seconds. Zorns takes a look back at Pop, who's calling out the plays. Roger Zorns, the head coach. Tyler Zorns cleared off on the left side. That's Hall with it. Down in the left corner it goes to Biggs. Out now it goes. Now they work it to Borders. Right side of the circle. There's a three by Zorns. No good. Hustle down there. And a fadeaway shot missed by Hall. And that's the end of the first quarter. After one, it's Boyd County 13 and Pikeville 12. Back after these messages from your local stations here on the Kentucky Utilities Sweet 16 Radio Network. With Shelby County coach Curtis Turley, this is Doug Orme on the Kentucky Utilities Sweet 16 Radio Network. We're in the second quarter, just underway. Pikeville and Boyd County, and a foul committed right away off the inbounds play committed by Boyd County's Tyler Borders. That'll be his first. And that's the team's second. 13-12. Boyd County with a 1-point lead. Pikeville shooting 38%. Boyd County 20%. Inbounds comes to Mims. Pikeville attacking from right to left. Mims started to go up in traffic and lost control of the ball. Ended up traveling with it.
And the first quarter gave us contrasting styles with Pikeville more in a half-court defensive game and Boyd County looking to press full court, but to open up the second quarter here, Pikeville's gone with 2-2-1 full-court press.
Zorns across the time stripe here right in front of us. 7:45 left in the half. Hall left side of the circle. Now to Zorns on the left wing. He launches the three. Count it. That's his first triple. And he now has 5 points. 16-12. 4-point lead Boyd County. Anderson racing into the offensive end. Bad pass. Threw it right to Zorns. We go back the other way. Pikeville gets back though. Zorns again launches the three. And it's short. Rebound to Akers. Akers, 2 on 3. Doesn't have numbers there. Goes to Mims in the left corner. Fakes, goes baseline. Hangs in the air, scoops it up with the right hand. No good. And Zorns boards for the Lions. Quickly to the offensive end he comes. Left side. 7:05 to play in the half. 16-12. Boyd County by 4. Down in the left corner to Biggs. Out now to Hall. Back to Biggs in the left corner. Now they work it around up top now to Borders. Back to Hall, left side of the circle. Hall puts down a couple of dribbles. Boyd County with a 4-point lead. despite shooting only 24% here at this point. Right side 9, down on the baseline. Biggs trying to go back to 9. It's deflected out to Zorns at the three-point line. Right side, moves inside. Underhand scoop is good. Nice shot.
Excellent move just to get that off without even drawing any contact.
This is their biggest lead, Boyd County's is, 18-12 with 6:26 left. And we've got a 20-second timeout being called for here by Pikeville with the basketball, and Matt Branham will throw it in. They'll have to go the length of the floor. Here's the takeoff pass to Mims. Great catch, and he's fouled by 9. Boy, that was a heck of a throw or a pass.
And a good catch, too.
Yes, by Mims. Mims making the catch, and Branham with the throw in. So Mims will go to the line. He's a 70% foul shooter, and he'll have a couple here. He shoots 38% from the three-point line, and his first free throw is no good. Pikeville, 5 of 14 from the field. Boyd County, 5 of 18. 11 rebounds for the Panthers and 12 for the Lions. Free throw good by Mims, and that makes it 18-13. Double up on the pressure in the backcourt. Borders, though, gets out of there with it and comes to the offensive end. Left sideline. He's double teamed, and he calls a timeout, and I believe this will be a 20.
Timeout, Boyd County, their first.
At the end of the game, we'll announce the winner of the Kentucky National Guard of the Game Award. The Kentucky National Guard, New Mexico played nobody that you have heard of this season, but they are into the final 32 teams of the tournament. 9 on the left sideline. Their power rating was brutal. And the ball knocked out of bounds, and it's a turnover. Charge to Boyd County. The Lions turn it over for the second time. Pikeville has 4 miscues here with 6:10 left in the half. Mims looking to get it in. He does to Chad Anderson. Boyd County trying to trap now and pick up full court man-to-man. Mims being watched by Zorns. Mims starts up left side to Anderson. Anderson has Gibson on his left. Chase takes the ball at the three-point line, working on Biggs. Goes baseline, pull up, short. Rebound volleyballed around. Still loose on the floor. Nobody really in possession. And finally, Boyd County comes away with it. Nice play there as the Borders finally found the handle there and able to rescue. He's got the ball now and walks it through the center circle. 18-13, Boyd County by 5. 9 deep on the left side to Biggs in the corner. His jumper off the mark. War for the rebound is controlled by Pikeville. And coming up with that one was Branham. Branham to Mims on the left side. Posting up now, here's Gibson. Had it taken away, but he bats it outside to Mims, and a foul called against Pikeville, and that'll go against Borders. That'll be his second.
Doug, I know Chase Gibson hadn't gotten off to a real quick start here, but I really believe for Pikeville to be in this ball game, it appears to me they're going to have to try to get the ball to him and him establish some inside game for him.
Well, he's their biggest guy at 6'4".
And he's a strong 6'4", too.
Anderson will inbound. Chad kicks it into Akers left side. Back out to Anderson, works toward the left of the lane, and the ball knocked away. Boyd County coming up with a steal. As Hall got his hand in there, came up with a loose ball. Adam Young is back in for Boyd County, checked in at the last dead ball. Works to the right side, gives it up there to Zorns. 4:58 to play in the half, 18-13. Zorns holds it high over his head. Lions by 5. Zorns behind the back dribble against Akers into the foul lane. Left side it goes, and here's a jumper missed there by Hall. And a whistle and a foul. And we've got it going against Boyd County.
Number 20 pushed off on the offensive rebound.
Jake 9. That'll be his first foul and the 5th on the team. Shooting has not been the strong suit here in this game so far. Pikeville 33%, Boyd County 25. Here's a steal off the inbounds. Biggs with the steal, goes up and scores.
I like Biggs. He plays hard both ends of the floor.
Pikeville quickly fast breaks the other way, and a missed layup there by Gibson. And we run the other way with Boyd County leading by 7 now, 20-13. Zorns left side to Hall. Hall out front now to Biggs at the top of the circle. He'll let a 3 go. Off the mark, and Mims with a rebound for the Panthers. Mims across the time stripe against 9, beats him off the dribble, and reverse layup shot is missed. Ball on the floor. Mims right there to stick it back in.
He was at the right spot at the right time. It looked like it bounced off a couple of heads right into his hands.
He had a circus attempt there and nearly got that to go. Here's Boyd County quickly attacking, and the Lions throw it away. Bad pass thrown by 9 right to Pikeville coach Dave Thomas.
And Coach Thomas gets his first steal of the night. Be sure and record that one.
He was open and made the catch. So we'll have an inbounds play. Comes in with it, Akers. Akers whips it out front to Mims. Mims working down the lane. Left side it goes. Here's a whistle away from the ball after the pass. And we've got a foul against Boyd County. Maybe on Hall or Zorns. It's Zorns. So Pikeville will inbound. Anderson to do the honors. 3:52 left in the half. 20-15, Boyd County by 5. Inbounds to Akers, a 3 from the left side. He shot it long. Nice rebound, and the fadeaway jumper good from the right of the lane by Matt Branham. 20-17, Pikeville back to within 3. Biggs takes the pass at the foul line, gets it down low. Here's a shot rejected. New man in the game, Jeremy Moore, had his shot blocked. Welcome to the tournament, and Pikeville goes the other way. Mims, right side to Akers, down in the corner to Branham. Now to Gibson, fade away right of the lane, blocked there by Moore. He says, I can do that too. And we've got a travel against Pikeville after the block shot. Ohio State has beaten Murray, 72-58. St. John's advances 69-43 over Samford. Florida leads Penn 71-59, 1:08 to go. 20-17, 3-point lead.
And Pikeville's changed their defense and gone boxing 1 on Tyler's Owens.
There's a missed shot in there by Hall. Biggs couldn't get the tip to go, and Branham rebounds for the Panthers. Gives it now to Mims, and the ball knocked away from him. Ball loose on the floor, and a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Boyd County. Now the boxing 1, the 4 players play zone, and one guy shadows Zorns, correct?
Exactly.
We'll talk about that here when we get back.
Exactly.
2:56 remaining, 20-17, Boyd County. We'll be back after these messages from the Kentucky Utilities and United Parcel Service. This is the Kentucky Utilities Sweet 16 Radio Network. A little bit about the boxing 1 here, if indeed Pikeville stays in that.
Okay, well, of course, you're zoning with 4 players and playing man-to-man on the guy that you really feel like is the key to their team, whether it be that he's the guy that sets up their offense or, in this case, both, not only their point guard, but a guy that can really score well from the outside.
Well, they've switched now, straight man.
Right.
All over the floor against everybody. 2:36 left. Here's a drive and a shot missed from the left baseline by Zorns. He thought he got fouled, and Gibson with a rebound.
Well, Pikeville's already played 4 defenses on the half court tonight, Doug. They started out 1-2-2. They've had the boxing 1. They've gone 2-3, and then they went with the matchup there for a while.
Tells me that these kids are bright and can adapt on the fly. Anderson, right side to Mims. Pikeville down 3. Out front to Akers. Bounce pass to Gibson at the high post, right of the lane. Turnaround shot, back of the rim, no good. Biggs high in the air, grabs the rebound. He's fouled by Mims. John Mims with his first personal foul.
And you can see some frustration on Chase Gibson's face right now. It's just not been his night this first half on the offensive end.
He has to try to remember that still a lot of time to go.
Exactly.
Easier said than done, certainly, especially if kids 15, 16 years old. Zorns will walk it up, less than 2 minutes to go. 20-17, Pikeville by 3. Adam Young in backcourt, cross courts it to Biggs here on the near side. Biggs right of the circle, out front to Young, open for the 3. It won't go. Whistle. Foul on Biggs as he kind of rode Mims out of position there underneath the basket. And Biggs draws his first foul.
You know,
Boyd County, Curtis, shooting 22%. Leads by 3.
22%. What's the percentage for Pikeville?
35.
35. What I was going to say, Doug, is this game reminds me somewhat of our game this afternoon, Henderson County Highlands, in that really Pikeville, a couple of their key players have not played well, particularly offensively this first half, but yet they're right in the ball game here. So if you're Coach Thomas, you've got to go into the locker room feeling pretty well, even though you may go in a little bit behind.
Gibson misses the free throw on the 1-and-1, 1:40 to go. First half. Zorns behind the back dribble, right of the circle, three-pointer, rattles, doesn't stay, and Gibson boards for the Panthers. To Anderson, and now to Mims. Out front to Anderson. Gibson, right of the circle, gives it up to Jeremiah Akers. Akers out front to Anderson. Left side it goes. Here's the jumper by Branham. A three-pointer, way short. And here's a foul off the rebound. It'll go against Pikeville. Maybe on Chad Anderson, who was down there playing with the big guys, trying to get an offensive rebound. And that'll be his first foul. Only the fourth on Pikeville in this half. They have nobody in any foul difficulty, obviously, with that total. Jeremy Moore now sits down for Pikeville. Jake Nine is back in. Matt Branham sits down for Pikeville. And here is Boyd County in possession. 1:15. Adam Young in backcourt to Zorns. Across the time stripe, bounce on the right sideline to Mims, or rather to Biggs. Now out front to Zorns against Akers. Off on the left side to Hall. Hall feeds Nine at the foul circle, left side to Hall. Hall back to Zorns at the top of the circle, between the rings actually. 55 seconds left. Boyd County may want one shot here, we'll see. Zorns had it knocked away, and the foul against Akers. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. This is the Kentucky Utilities Sweet 16 Radio Network. (20-17), Boyd County 3-point lead. This game was scoreless for 4.5 minutes. Here's a bad pass, interception, and Anderson drives and scores. Big basket there for Pikeville. They cut the lead down to 1 with 35 seconds. Hall in backcourt. Gives to Zorns. 30 seconds to play. Tyler Zorns on the dribble between the circles. 25 seconds. Tyler will launch a three, and he missed it. Nice rebound, though. Left side of the lane by Hall. Puts it back up. It won't go, but a foul called, and it may be on Gibson. And if it is, that'll be his second. It is, and it is. 20-19. It's one of those old-fashioned, low-scoring,
right,
bad shooting type of games.
And not what you'd expect from two mountain teams. Usually the mountain teams come in here and really light it up, and they're noted for their shooters, but I expect that they're going to warm up before this game's over.
You keep telling me that.
Right.
Hall misses the first shot.
And, of course, both teams are going to have to warm up a lot to make this shooting percentage respectable.
Boy,
even.
Got that right. Pikeville leads in points after turnovers, 10-4. Boyd County in second chance points, 6-4. Boyd County 4 of 16 from the three-point line. Pikeville 2 of 6. Free throw goes for Hall. So now he has 4 points, 21-19. Pikeville a chance to tie maybe or grab the lead with a three. John Mims across the time stripe against Zorns. Mims to Chad Anderson with 9 seconds. Anderson working. Now a drive and a shot muscled up, missed there by Lynch, who's in the game for Pikeville, and now off the rebound, and 0.6 of a second left. It'll still be Pikeville's ball. So we'll have Anderson inbound. He looks, gets in, and the ball tipped up by Walls, and no good. So we've come to the end of the first half. It is Boyd County 21 and Pikeville 19. We will return with our halftime programming after we pause for these messages as you listen to the Sweet 16 on the Kentucky Utilities Sweet 16 Radio Network. And Akers will inbound. Boyd County man-to-man, comes in with it to Mims, and now gives to Chad Anderson. Anderson being guarded closely by Adam Young. Pass down the right side, intended for Matt Branham, knocked out of bounds by Brian Hall. So we'll have an inbounds play. Akers again from the sideline, down to our right. Akers looks for Mims, comes in with it to him in the right corner. Back out to Akers, drives to the foul line, left side to Branham. Matt throws back out to the left side of the circle to Chad Anderson. Anderson retreats on the dribble out near midcourt. 7:40 to play. Third quarter. Pikeville attacking, working left to right. Matt Branham now to Chase Gibson at the three-point line, right of the circle, spins to the dotted line, wheels inside and puts it in. Nice shot. So that makes it tied at 21 all. That's our third tie. We've had 2 lead changes in the game. Brian Hall across the time stripe being watched by Anderson. Out front to Zorns. Boyd County's biggest lead was 7. coming with 4:46 left in the first half. Adam Young out to Zorns. He launches the three from the right of the circle off the top of the backboard and retrieved by Gibson. Gibson to Mims. John, front court on the right side to Akers. Akers cross court to Gibson, left side of the lane. Into the corner, left side to Branham. Back down low to Gibson, wheels up inside and banks it in. He's going to work now.
Well, he's come out with 2 field goals here and a rebound on the defensive end.
I think Coach might have talked with him a little bit, don't you think?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably in a loud voice.
You want to be sure that you're heard sometimes as a coach.
I understand. Sometimes there's a little bit of, communication trouble. Free throw is good by Gibson.
The other thing I found over the years, Doug, is a lot of times calling them over and saying please and if you don't mind doesn't get the point across nearly as effective.
I understand that too. All right, here is Hall at the foul line. His jump shot for Boyd County, no good. War for the rebound, won by Biggs, and he sticks it back in. Biggs now with 9. 24-23, 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Akers working for Pikeville. Left side, he goes to Mims. Mims to the foul line. Back out front to Gibson. Gibson will launch up a three. Got it. Where's he been? Gibson has 7 points here in a minute and 45 seconds, 27-23.
And we talked about him being 1 of 8 there in the first half, and he's 3 for 3 to begin this quarter.
Pikeville with the lead. Here is Hall down the right side of the lane. He gets the basket for Boyd County. Back the other way quickly is Akers for the Panthers. Cross court on the left side to Mims, through his hands and out of bounds.
One of the classic cases of starting to make his move before he caught the basketball.
He might have been wanting to quickly get that almost on a touch pass down low to the hot man Gibson. 27-25, 2-point lead Pikeville. Zorns leaves it out for Adam Young. Foul line extended. Right side. On the dribble, he backs it out of there a bit. Now gives to Zorns. 5:43 left. Pikeville by 2, 27-25. Adam Young working against Akers. To Zorns at the top of the circle. Dribble drive left side of the lane. Out to Hall for the line drive three. Count it. Hall with 8 points, his second three. Quickly Akers the other way against Biggs. Wheels inside, double teamed and fouled. Boyd County with a 1-point lead, 28-27, and Akers showing some aggressiveness offensively, getting the foul call against Jake 9, his second. So we'll have an inbounds play. He was not in the act of shooting. Chad Anderson will trigger. Anderson looking. Bounce pass in, left side to Gibson. Little fadeaway on the baseline. He hits again. 4 in a row for Gibson. He now has 12 points here in the contest. 29-28, Pikeville by 1. Adam Young starting up. Double team, throws it over the stripe to Hall at the foul line. Gets it left side to 9. Juggles, regains. Taken away by Mims, and Pikeville on the run. Mims to the line, to the lane. Right side they go to Anderson. Drives, throws it up. Blocking foul called against Adam Young of Boyd County.
And what a difference a half makes. They started out, Pikeville, it took them almost, the 4:02 mark to score, I think, there in the first half. And here they've come out and already put up double-digit points, and we played 3 minutes to begin this half.
Gibson has scored 10 points here in this quarter. At the line will be Chad Anderson for Pikeville, and he hits the first shot. He now has 8 points. 30-28, Pikeville by 2. The winner will play Ballard, who eliminated North Hardin in our first game tonight. And that final was 67-64. Free throw good by Anderson again. 31-28, Pikeville by 3. Zorns with an inbounds to Biggs. 4:57 to play, third quarter. Biggs across the time stripe. Now to Zorns, right side of the center circle. Being watched closely by Akers. Akers lets him go by, and Zorns goes up, can't score, but he is fouled there by Gibson, and that'll be his third. That's a little bit of a problem for Pikeville. Gibson now with 3 fouls. You hate to take him out in this situation with the way he's got the thing going offensively, but you don't want him to get that 4th foul in this quarter either. So Dave Thomas has a decision to make, and he's thinking about it.
I'd leave him if it was me, because he is playing awfully well, and they have some momentum right now. And
they've got the lead. Zorns hits the free throw to make it 31-29. Tyler with 8 points.
Coach Thomas didn't agree with me, though. He's taking him out, Doug.
Well, that's a case, too, where he knows the personnel.
Right, exactly.
And the behavior and the demeanor and all that stuff. Into the game is Matt Walls, who played in the first half, scored 2 points for Pikeville. He's in there now, replacing Gibson.
Matt did a couple of positive things when he came in there late in the first half. Got a couple nice defensive plays, hand on basketball, and I think he had a big rebound.
Zorns hits both free throws. 31-30, Pikeville by 1, 4:40 left in the third. Mims shoots it over the time stripe on a pass to Anderson. Left side to Walls. Matt puts down a one-bounce dribble. Out to Anderson, holding up 2 fingers, calling a set play to Mims. Right side to Akers. Akers thought about the 3. Biggs is guarding him. Out it goes left side of the circle to Branham. Back to Akers at the 3-point line. Dribbles to the right of the lane. Kicks it back right sideline to Mims, and now he brings it back out near the midcourt stripe and tries to set the offense again. Here's a steal by Adam Young. Mims, though, goes back and rescues it. Gets it to Anderson. Now he lost it, and Hall comes up with it, gives to Zorns. Nice bounce pass on a lead to Young, and he lays it in. And Boyd County back in front, 32-31, 3:55. Third quarter, Mims starting up. 6 lead changes in the contest now. Boyd County on top now. Anderson at the top of the circle. Backs it out of there a little bit. Boyd County man-to-man. Anderson on the dribble. Gives to Mims. Mims to Walls. Walls off on the left side. He gives it to Branham. Out front to Akers with 3.5 to go. Pikeville going from left to right. Akers still working here against Biggs. Long range. Still on the sideline. Out front to Mims. Fakes. Dribbles to the dotted line. Kicks it off on the right side to Anderson. Back down low to Mims. Looks for the reverse and scores.
That was a great series for Pikeville then. They showed great patience. Got exactly what they wanted with a nice shot inside.
33-32. Panthers by 1. Young takes the pass from Zorns. Gets it over to Hall. Down the left side it goes to Biggs. Biggs in the corner. Lets fly a 3. It is no good. War for the rebound is won by Mims. Mims has 9 rebounds in this game. Here's Akers, dribble drive to the dotted line, all the way to the hole. No, and they call him for a charge. That's 3 on Akers.
And I believe he'll take a seat for a couple minutes here.
Yeah, Nick Lynch is on the at the scorer's table. And we have a timeout here at Rupp Arena. 2:50 to play. Pikeville 33, Boyd County 32. Back with more action after these messages from our local stations. This is the Kentucky Utilities Sweet 16 Radio Network. 2:47 left. Boyd County with the ball. They trail by 1. And Zorns into the offensive end. Right side to Tyler Borders, who checked in at the timeout. Now Biggs, 3-pointer from the right corner, no good. And Branham rebounds for Pikeville. Quickly to Anderson, and now to Mims. Mims dribble drive all the way into the paint. Little 4-footer goes.
That was a good decision, too. He saw that the defender was set up. He pulls up and takes a little short jump shot in the lane.
35-32, Pikeville by 3. Zorns, sideline right to Borders. Back out to Zorns. He goes for the tie. He's got it. A 3-pointer by Tyler Zorns, his second of the game. He has 12 points, and here's a long lead pass intercepted by Jeremy Moore of Boyd County, who also checked in at the break. We're tied at 35. 2 minutes to go. 7 lead changes, 4 ties in this game. Zorns left side to Hall for his wing shot. A 3-pointer, no good. And Mims with a Pikeville carom. And John quickly into the front court. Off on the left side into the corner. Here's a 3-ball from the left corner. No good. Missed there by Branham. Ball back tapped into the near the midcourt area. Mims retrieves it. Off now to Branham for another 3. This time he nails it. Or rather, correction, that's Lynch. Lynch gets the basket. That's a big 3. 38-35. Pikeville by 3 with 1:25.
Real big 3 because Pikeville has 2 starters on the bench at this point with 3 fouls in Gibson and Akers.
Right corner, that's Biggs with it. Out to Borders. Now Zorns working, spins, kicks it out to Borders. Left side of the circle to Hall. Ryan Hall on the dribble, gives it up now to Zorns at the hash mark, right sideline. 1:05 left. Zorns goes baseline, pulls up and pops. No good. Here's Lynch with a rebound. Nick quickly to the offensive end. Down the right side of the lane. Wheel and deal, puts it up off the glass. No good. Hits the deck. No call. Moore with a rebound. Gives to Zorns. 50 seconds to go. Zorns across the time stripe on the dribble. Zorns stops and launches a 3. Splash!
Point goal.
Zorns now with 3 triples in the game. We're tied at 38. 5 ties in the game now. 35 seconds left. Third quarter. Here's Mims quickly attacking. Left side to Wall. Started to go to the basket. And the ball knocked away, and I believe he was fouled. It's going to go against Boyd County. It's on Borders. That'll be his third. Fourth on the team. Pikeville, I'll tell you what, they don't foul very much.
They really haven't. I think they only ended up maybe with 4 for the whole first half, wasn't it?
Check here real quick. 6.
6, okay.
2 so far here in this half. Biggs and Zorn sit down now for Boyd County. There's the inbounds pass, and the fadeaway is good by Matt Branham from the left baseline. He now has 4 points, and it's 40-38, Pikeville by 2. Borders with the basketball out front between the circles. Fix it on the right side there, that's Young. Back now to Borders, 13 seconds to go. He retreats near the center circle on the dribble. 1 shot time for Boyd County. Right side to Young, he'll let the 3 ball go. Spun around and came out of there. Rebound to Mims, 3 seconds left. Mims to the midcourt stripe, it'll count if it goes, and
we almost had our first half-court shot of the tournament.
He just missed it. It was halfway down the basket and spun out. So Pikeville by 2 here after 3 quarters. All right, we're back here at Rupp Arena, We're back here at Rupp Arena, 40-38 our score. Pikeville leading by 2. Boyd County's basketball. And Zorns at long range, being watched closely there by Mims. Left side to Hall, out to Zorns. Zorns goes, fakes left and comes around to the right, spins to the right of the lane, hangs in the air, arches one up, it won't go. Great rebound, Biggs, stick back, he ties the game. That's our 6th deadlock here, 40-40, 7.5 minutes to go. Anybody's game here. Akers to Anderson out near the midcourt stripe. Now to Gibson, who's back in, playing with the 3 fouls at the top of the circle. Dribbles to the dotted line. One-hander is up, bouncing off of there. And now Hall with a rebound. Protects the ball, gives to Zorns. Pikeville scored 21 points in the third quarter. That was more than they scored in the first half by 2.
Right.
40-40. They outscored the Lions 21-17. Brian Hall between the circles, 6:55 to go. Hall, sideline right, he gives it to Young, down in the right corner to Biggs. Nice cut by 9, but he lost control of the ball, and they say he was fouled. Matt Branham commits the personal. That'll be his first. So we'll have 9 at the line, as they say he was in the act of shooting. Jake has not scored tonight. He's averaging 6 a game. And he'll have a couple here.
Jake's played real good inside defense for Boyd County tonight, and he's been active in there. If you notice him, he kind of does the dirty work for him. He's the guy bumping guys coming off of screens and those type things, again, that don't show up on the stats.
He hits the second free throw, and now Boyd County has the lead, 42-40. Branham looking to get it inbounds. He does to Mims. Full court pressure here by Boyd County. Mims quickly, though, beats that. Right side, it goes to Akers for the 3. Around the rim and no good. And Hall collects the carom. Gets it up to Adam Young across the time stripe. 6:33 to play in the game. Boyd County with a 2-point edge, 42-40. Zorns feed it off on the left side to Hall. Open, missed the shot, and a foul against Biggs. Good position by Gibson that time. And Biggs draws his second foul. At the end of the game, we'll present the Corsair Children's Hospital play of the game. Here a replay of a key play. Sponsored by Corsair Children's Hospital, offering a variety of sports-related health information. Call 1-800-852-1770. So it'll be Pikeville's basketball as they attack here, trailing by 2. Up top it goes to Anderson for a 3. It's good. Anderson with his second triple. He has 12 points now, 43-42. That's the 9th lead change. Pikeville by 1. 6:05 to play, a lot of time to go. Adam Young on the left side, he gives it up to Hall. Hall, one bounce, out to Young on the dribble. Young, left side of the circle to Hall. Back to Zorns, he'll let go a 3, and he missed it, shot it a bit long. War for the rebound. Young Had it, lost it, down low to Biggs. He scores. Biggs with 13 now. 44-43, 5:38 left. Pikeville trailing by 1 and with the ball. Anderson across the time stripe on the dribble. Anderson retreats, holding up a couple of fingers. Gets it now to Mims. Mims bounce on the right side to Akers, beats Biggs, drives to the baseline, pulls up, and rolls it in there.
That one found a way to get in because it looked like he hit the bottom of the rim on the shot and it just kind of crawled over.
45-44. Pikeville trailing by 1, or rather leading by 1. Left side to Hall, now to 9, out front to Adam Young. 5 minutes to play. Young to Zorns. Bounce into the right corner to Biggs. Biggs walks it out in front of the Lions bench.
With this being a 1-point game and the style of play, I really believe it's going to be a quick 5 minutes too, Doug.
9 at the top of the circle, pivots around, doesn't have a shot. Out front to Zorns, 4:40. Zorns dribble drive into the paint to the dotted line. He lost it, retrieved by Akers. Outlet pass comes to Mims. Mims against 9, put it up and no good, but he was fouled. Pikeville able to get out and run, and 9 draws the personal. That'll be his 3rd, and Mims will go to the line.
Foul is on number 20.
Stay tuned at the end of the game for the Lexington Herald-Leader Sports Report. We'll recap the game statistics. The Lexington Herald-Leader, where to go when you gotta know. Timeout being called for by Boyd County with 4:33 left. It's at 20. Pikeville 18 of 37. Pikeville with an edge on the boards, 28-24. Boyd County 90% from the foul line, 9 out of 10. 3-point shooting, Boyd County 7 of 25. Pikeville 5 of 11. So Mims will be on the line. He'll have a couple of shots here. He has 10 points, 4 of 7 shooting, and he has 11 rebounds, 3 assists.
The 11 rebounds is phenomenal from the guard spot for him too.
You coaches always like it when they turn around, come back down into that lane.
Exactly. And, you know, he's not very big, but he's strong and he's hard-nosed, and he's played a tough ball game.
He hits the second free throw as well, and it's 47-44. Pikeville by 3, 4:28 left. Adam Young to Brian Hall across the time stripe to Young. 4:23 left. Young on the dribble, being watched by Anderson. Left side, three-point line. Hall turning around now. Biggs open left of the lane. It won't fall. Gibson collects a Pikeville rebound. The Panthers leading by 3 and with the ball as we near the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Chad Anderson down in the right corner to Matt Branham. Branham out now to Gibson, and now to Akers between the circles. Akers works off to the left side. Bounce into the corner to Anderson. Anderson moves it out on the left wing. Up top now to Gibson. 17-footer straight out. Bullseye. Gibson with 14 now. 49-44. Pikeville by 5. Zorns thought about the 3. Left corner to 9. He fires it up. It won't go. The rebound slapped out by 9, and they're going to call a foul on Jake as he came over the back. Jake 9 with his 4th foul.
That was a big trip for Boyd County, and here Pikeville's going back to the free throw line with a 5-point lead.
3:38 left. Pikeville, as a team this season, is shooting 69%.
And that's good. You know, there's a lot of college teams out there that would like to have 69% as a team free throw.
One that plays here.
Right.
At the line will be Akers. And Caleb Stewart is coming in now for Boyd County, his first appearance. He'll replace 9. Akers will shoot the 1-and-1 here. 49-44, Pikeville by 5. Free throw is rolling in there. Boy, that one looked to be a tad too hard, but it stayed in the hole.
Well, he's being consistent because his last field goal is the one we talked about crawling over.
50-44, 6-point lead for Pikeville. Second shot on the way, and it's good. 51-44, 7-point lead. This is Pikeville's biggest lead. Hall in backcourt to Young, feeds it ahead to Zorns. Zorns between the circles. Now to Young and back to Zorns. 3:27 in the counting. Zorns protects the ball. He made him pick up his dribble. Left side they go to Adam Young. Young, lob on the left side to Biggs. Biggs out to Young. Now posting up. They try to get it inside, but instead outside. Zorns hammers home a three from deep on the right wing. He now has 18 points. Here's some pressure by Boyd County now, 51-47. Pikeville by 4. And with the ball, Mims starts up against Zorns. Mims bounce pass intercepted by Biggs, saves it into Zorns. And Akers nearly tied him up. Zorns coming ahead with a right-hand dribble. Bounce on the right side to Young. Young out to Zorns, nearly threw it in the backcourt, and now taken away. Mims dives after it and knocks it out of bounds. He is really hustling.
Great effort, great effort. And this last three-point shot by Tyler Zorns was a difficult shot, too, under heavy pressure.
We'll take a brief timeout here. 2:43-47, Pikeville by 4. And Adam Young walks it in. 2-3 zone put up by the Panthers. Left side to Caleb Stewart. Now out front to Zorns. Zorns is going to try to bail the Lions out again like he did in the regional finals. Young back to Zorns. Zorns fires up a three. It is off the mark. Rebound pulled off of there by Gibson. Hands to Mims with 2:18. Mims across the time stripe. Mims right side to Akers. Akers clears it out now to Anderson. In the left corner to Matt Branham. Branham backs it out of there. Pikeville trying to kill a little clock here. Out to Anderson, being watched by Zorns. 2 minutes left. Anderson working long range. Had it taken away by Young. Mims is giving chase. Young down the lane, throws it up, no good, but a foul against Mims with 1:56 remaining. Later in the broadcast, we will select our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance player of the game. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance will donate $100 in that player's name to their high school library fund.
And Pikeville had their offense set up then. The floor was spread. Yeah, they looked like they were in good shape, and then Boyd County comes up with a big, big defensive play.
Adam Young, though, misses the first free throw. He's a 70% foul shooter. He can cut it to 3 if he hits here. Pikeville still has committed only 4 fouls in this half. Boyd County has committed 7. Tyler Borders will come in a moment for Boyd County. That one rattles and doesn't stay, and Gibson with a rebound. And what do we have? Timeout? I believe so.
Timeout.
All right, so let's see if it's a 20 or a full. It's a full. We'll step aside. Here at Rupp Arena, Doug Orme and Curtis Turley, 51-47. Pikeville leads it against Boyd County. Matt Branham looking to get it in bounds, and here's a whistle and a foul. Borders fouling Akers before the pass could even come in. That's 4 fouls on Borders.
And Akers stepped up and nailed his last 2 free throws.
He's got 4 points tonight. Mims has 12 for Pikeville. Gibson has 14. Anderson has 12. So, let's see, is it 1 and 1 or 2 shots? That Roger Zorns is saying, hey, it should be 1 and 1. That's what it is. Although Charlie Chappie, the official, is going over to try and get it straight. Now he's talking with Roger Zorns. The foul came before the pass came inbound, so it obviously was not a shooting foul.
Right, and I don't understand if it's 1 and 1, why they're not allowing the sub to come on in.
That's maybe what he wants to know, Coach Zorns.
They should allow him.
All right, Akers on the line to shoot the 1 and 1. Free throw is no good. Rebound Biggs. Biggs gives to Zorns. 1:50 to go. Zorns straight in, right side of the circle to Borders. Out to Zorns. Tyler down the lane. He goes underhand scoop, and he lays it in. Nice shot by Zorns. He has 20. 51-49, a minute 37 to go. Gibson starting up. Quickly whips it ahead to Anderson. Front court on the left side. Out to Mims. Good patience here by Pikeville not to go to the basket there when they had the long lead pass. Here's Mims, nice feed to Gibson, and he scores, and a foul.
That was a great play by Mims.
He gift wraps to Gibson for the basket. 53-49 the score. Zorns with the foul, his second, and Gibson with 16 points now. We'll look for 17 at the line. He only had 2 points at halftime. Gibson will shoot 1 here.
Well, we knew he had the capabilities of doing it, and he come out and really took the game to Boyd County early in this half and gave Pikeville the confidence that they needed to at least take this game with the lead late stages.
1:17 left. Zorns gets a screen. Bounce right side to Caleb Stewart. Right corner to Biggs. He lets fly a three. Short. Gibson rebounds. He's done that well tonight, too. That's his 8th. Gives it up now to Anderson, and he's fouled in the backcourt by Brian Hall with 1:04 remaining. So it'll come down to, as it always does, it seems like, whether you can make your free throws here in the Sweet 16.
Well, I think most every game, Doug, if the teams are anywhere close to evenly matched, that's going to be the case every night, regular season or tournament.
And these were.
Oh, they were. This is probably a closer matchup in terms of talent of any game we've had this week.
Well, Anderson barely drew iron. Chad is a 77% foul shooter. This one may be long. Sights it and shoots it. Hits it right at the bottom of the sack. So we've got a timeout here with 1:04 remaining. 54-49. Down 5. It's a 2-possession game. Possession arrow in favor of Pikeville. As we hit the 1-minute mark now. 54-49. 5-point lead for Pikeville.
And Pikeville's boxing 1 on Zorns.
Up top now to Brian Hall. Left side with it to Adam Young. Zorns double team, splits through, drives inside, had it blocked by Gibson. Terrific play. Down with a loose ball is Branham, and he is fouled. Wow. Gibson just erased Zorns. Boy, he has come to play here in this half. I'd be interested in knowing what Dave Thomas told him at the half. Might not be able to repeat it, but I'd be interested in knowing it.
I'll bet you that Coach Thomas remembers it and keeps it in his hip pocket for tomorrow.
I think you got to come up with something new, though, don't you, with these kids today?
Well, that's true. That's true.
At the line will be Matt Branham. And the first shot is no good. He'll get another one. Boyd County over the limit now. This will be a 2-shot foul. He can make it still. It's still a 2-possession game. Not over with yet. Boyd County, dangerous. Free throw good by Branham. 55-49, 43 seconds left. Zorns across the time stripe. Zorns at the 3-point line. Dumps it down low, and Jeremy Moore there for the basket. That's his first 2, and we've got a timeout called for by Boyd County with 37 seconds left. Branham looking, comes in with it to Akers. That was done fairly easily. 33 seconds left. Akers to Branham, in backcourt to Akers. Comes across the time stripe, less than 30 seconds. And left side to Anderson. Anderson at the midcourt stripe. He's fouled by Young.
They did a good job. And of course, Boyd County was wanting to look and try to hopefully come up with a 10-second count in the backcourt and not have to foul there, having 35 seconds to go on the inbounds pass.
Well, Chad Anderson is a great foul shooter. 3 out of 4 tonight, 77% on the year. And he'll have 2 here. 55-51. And the first is no good. Still a 2-possession game. 25 seconds left. Tyler Zorns won the region for Boyd County with a 3, remember. So the Lions not done yet. Free throw good by Anderson. 56-51. 25 seconds left. Zorns behind the back dribble. Across the time stripe. Left side to Young. Back to Zorns. Zorns spins top of the key. Off balance 3 is no good. Rebound Gibson had his shirt grabbed. And the foul called against Biggs with 14 seconds left. And the Pikeville delegation, a good-sized one down to our right, thinks they've got this one won. And they may be right.
Well, unless something really, really drastic happens, they should be right. Of course, again, he needs to make one of these free throws to make Coach Thomas feel a little bit more comfortable, I'm sure.
56-51, 14 seconds left. If he makes them both, we can turn out the lights almost. Free throw by Gibson is good. He has 17, 15 in the second half, and a 20-second timeout called for by Pikeville. At the line, Gibson again. 57-51. He has 17 points. Free throw is short, and the rebound to Hall. 13 seconds left. Hall coming out of the backcourt, and boy, there's a foul by Anderson.
But they're not in the bonus yet, so they're going to have to inbound the ball again, and that may be the reason he took the timeout. They may foul again here on the dribble after 2 or 3 seconds runs off the clock.
Boyd County needs 2 possessions, this one and another. Hall looking to get it in. He does to Zorns. Zorns lets go a 3, and he missed it. Rebound Anderson with 7 seconds left, and now the Panthers can really celebrate. They will play Louisville Ballard tomorrow night in our last quarterfinal game. Our guard of the game will be John Mims of Pikeville. He finishes up, or does have 12 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Chase Gibson will be our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance player of the game. Gibson with 17 points and 9 rebounds. Chad Anderson has 14 points. He's been solid for Pikeville. He missed the free throw. 7 seconds remaining.
Another thing that impressed me with a couple of the players from Pikeville is they accepted their role, played their role well. It wasn't their job to shoot tonight. They were out there to handle the ball, get it to their scores, and play good defense.
Boyd County has rung up the white flag here. They are going to the bench, and Dave Thomas is doing the same thing. So we'll have a whole new group for both teams coming into the basketball game for the final 7 seconds. Now the only starter that will stay in will be Anderson, who's at the free throw line. And Pikeville wins their first game at the state tournament after a 25-year absence.
Well, you can tell by looking in the end zone of their community's very excited right now, as all communities are when they get this opportunity to come to Sweet 16.
So Anderson getting ready for his free throws. 7 seconds left, 57-51. Free throw is up and good by Anderson. He has 15 points. Anderson now leaves. 7 seconds remaining. Todd Cheney will inbound for Pikeville. Gets it into Zach Fugman. 5 seconds left. Down the right side, here's a long 3 taken there by Rose, and that is the end of the ball game. Pikeville wins it 58-51. So the Panthers play Louisville Ballard in our last quarterfinal game tomorrow night.